Let's go live. It is cool because we're not on the camera yet, so they can't see you chewing that jerky. They can't see you sticking out your tongue. They can't see you washing it down. It's okay. Oh, guess what? Guess what? I'm going to transition while you're mid-sip. Oh, there you are, taking a drink. It doesn't stink because now we're live.
Good jerky in my eye. True believers! No, I really got jerky in my eye. Hold on. Okay, there. True believers, welcome to another episode. Your Thursday night crisis talk. Of course, we are. The Professional Casual Network presents... Wait, did I roll a Wild? A Marvel Crisis Protocol Pavlog-ish thing? I feel like this has become more than just a Pavlog.
Yeah, it's almost come a bunch of times.
Yep. There's just the two of us, that's right. Of course, I'm the guy who sits in this chair. I am Chuck, and I'm joined once again by the CEO, Editor-in-Chief, Supreme Ruler, and Reptilian Overlord. You know what?
What?
It's the holiday season.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to finally say it. I'm going to give you exactly what you've been wanting to hear for years.
Okay.
I'm going to do it on this show, so it actually matters. Okay?
All right.
And most importantly, from the bottom of my heart, the guy who sits next to me. Tim, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks, man. It's great to be here. Good to be back.
Yep.
Thanks.
Wait till I do that shtick again later tonight.
Thanks for hey.
Hey.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. What are we talking about tonight, bud?
So tonight, overall, we're going to be talking about a little Card Carrying Cajun, Gambit himself. We got all the details for him officially.
What a stand-up guy.
You know, he stands up. Actually, most of the time I see him. We will also be going over mine and Dan's game from earlier this Monday on twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network, where we switch sides. You know, an old role reversal.
Right. Glad you're here to talk about it.
We we had over on the Twitch when we played the Domain of the Dread Dormommy.
Yep.
Organized play kit. So this time I got to play the attacker.
Yes.
You got to be the defender who had the reinforcements.
Yep.
And it was over quicker than the last time.
Yep. That sounds about right. Also, we got some hobby thoughts. We got some.
Yes.
We got some
updates from the end of the year painting challenge on the Discord.
Yes.
It's been absolutely popping off.
And a little sneak peekage of things to come down the pipe for 2022 dropped to us by AMG this week. We got a lot to talk about. Are you all right?
Also, some spoilers. I got my next cosplay. I'm going to be wearing during a stream, because the one this past Monday when I was dressed up as Cyclops and Dan was dressed as Iceman.
Is that what he was supposed to be dressed as?
Yeah.
Oh. I was too fixated on how just phenomenal you looked.
You know.
So can we all please in the chat, can we get some claps around a standing ovation, a round of applause? Tim was so dedicated, so unbelievably dedicated to the role of Cyclops. He was bald the entire game.
The entire game.
When I flipped there, I thought, oh, is Tim trying to be like hooded, helmeted version of Cyclops? And then I was like, oh my God, no, wait, that's Tim with no hair or hat.
Yep. I tried to convince my wife, paint my head blue so it'll look like I have that, skin tight thing on.
Yeah.
I was scrambling. I was looking for like neck gaiters, like last minute that were blue that I could like glue to my head. But I was like, you know what?
Send it.
Full send. When you're Cyclops, when you're the big boss, you gotta go hard, because there's only one way that Cyclops goes, and that's hard.
From what I've been told, it's been retconned a few times, but
that's true.
Yeah, but they're still there.
I did have, so the only real difference between the costume that I had on and Dan had on, because they were just t-shirts from Amazon that had like their torso printed on it, was Cyclops' $8 visor that I also got off of Amazon.
I mean, it looked legit. I thought you paid actually like probably a heftier fee for that.
No, it was insanely difficult to see out of. The actual visor thing was pretty accurate, which meant there was near no room on it.
All right, we're gonna get back to that in a minute.
Yeah,
because that's hilarious information to find out.
I got called out partway through that stream because I kept looking up so I could see out the bottom, because it was easier to see out from the bottom of that visor than it was through the visor.
Right. That makes, let's say, sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
But one last thing that
Yeah.
we still have to talk about too. This next Monday on the stream,
Yes.
you and I
Oh.
will be playing
That's right, baby.
in
One night only, I believe.
in in ugly holiday sweaters.
Yes.
Because
Thank you for telling me.
it was mentioned in a group. You thumbs upped it or
Did
a
I?
message somewhere.
I don't think I did.
Fair.
But because I didn't know.
But
To be fair, that was going in like 6 miles an hour, and I wasn't paying attention.
yeah, no, that's super fair.
Yeah. So what are we doing? So I know.
So we are playing a custom holiday scenario
Okay.
that is on map A. It is a secure objective where we both have a Christmas tree, and we also both have to escort, almost in a payload style map, a Santa sleigh to deliver presents to the opposite player's tree. If you are securing your own sleigh,
Yeah.
you heal 1 damage during the cleanup phase. If you are securing your opponent's sleigh, you gain 1 power, but take 1 damage
Okay.
during the cleanup phase. You
Interesting.
score 1 victory point for securing your tree and securing your sleigh or your opponent's tree and sleigh. Also, if you are securing your sleigh at the cleanup phase, it moves within range 2, directed by you.
Okay.
If you get your sleigh to your opponent's tree, something happens.
Okay.
What that is, have I written it yet? Maybe. Do I know what it is yet?
No.
No. So we'll figure that out between now and then.
Few things. One, all of my minutes of playing Overwatch are about to pay off.
Yeah.
Yep. B, I am Chuck 7 of 9. A lot of people don't know that.
That is very rude. There are a lot of...
Yep. And most importantly, this should be interesting. I hate, you know how I feel about the custom missions, but I'm excited because it's the holiday season.
Correct.
If Bowling for Soup has taught me anything, we just need old school metal and holiday cheer to be happy
That's right.
at the gaming table, unless it's for round 3. And then we get super serious.
Then we get super serious.
Sweaters off, boys.
So I will say this past week on the stream, between Mitch and Ravensguard and Wargaming Dad, they kept hi Rocco, hello. They kept a chain alive of me talking like Cyclops for the entirety of the stream.
Yep.
Calling each other to spend channel points in it, almost like they were Goku making a spirit bomb. It was so good. At one point, they also spent channel points to have Dan talk like Tim, talking like Cyclops, which was just so incredible. So massive shout out to Wargaming Dad and Mitch and Ravensguard and Wraith, all the people that were responsible for that in the chat this past week, because that was absolutely incredible. I have the next cosplay ready.
Okay.
That is a cosplay costume that'll work for probably my next 3 cosplays.
So you told me about this.
Yeah.
And what I love is that realistically, all you have to do is wear that one thing. Don't change anything about it. And then when we guess, get really upset that we're not guessing the right character.
I thought about that.
Yep.
But I have...
Because we both have been watching I Think You Should Leave, and that's immediately what my brain went to.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm pretty stoked for that. I tried it on. It came like next day too. I was like, oh, this will be here by the week after the ugly sweater stream. But no, I got to try it on. I walked in the bedroom with it on and nothing else, and was like, guess who I am? She's like, oh, I've never seen you with a hood before. And I was like, I'm circumcised. So
there it is.
You know,
there it is.
That was the joke.
That was the joke. What thread are we playing so I can prepare?
That's a good question. So, because it is the holiday season, and I know how much you like to make decisions that then I will ridicule.
Yep.
I figured I would let you choose the extract objective.
Okay.
I was thinking hammers initially, but hammers is also the one that I always go to because I think hammers are fun because I want to put a bunch of hammers on bullseye.
Right.
But yeah, I figured I'd let you pick the extract.
The greatest two-threat character in the game.
The greatest two-threat character in the game. And now won't return my calls.
Yep.
So I've been leaving up AOL Instant Messenger away messages that are vague but directly about him.
Right.
And he has yet to,
as one does.
As one does.
Yeah.
And he has yet to really kind of respond to that.
Interesting.
But
Well, I mean, he's pretty now. You know what I mean?
everyone wants him. Listen,
Take his
I
ponytail out, glasses off.
he came down those stairs in his prom dress, and I was like, jaw on the floor. You know what I mean?
Yep.
My tongue rolled out. I hit my head with a hammer a bunch of times. I yelled, "Auga!"
Right.
Like I did all the things that I was trained to do to
Yes.
let someone know that I was attracted to them.
Right. Bullied them just a little bit, pulled their hair. Right.
Correct.
Yep.
Yep.
Makes sense. Yep.
Yep. Howled at the moon like a wolf.
Yes.
Like literally everything.
Yes.
Did everything textbook. But, you know.
Sweated. So much sweat.
Oh, yeah. Sweater.
So-
Oh, yeah. Also, my eyes bulged out of
Yes.
my head
Yeah.
and then back.
Well, I
in.
got concerned about the eye bulging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like,
You know, you can only really bust that out for important things.
it's true. Everybody
Well.
gets one.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about our Agent Cajun, shall we?
Yeah.
Why the whole reason why everybody's here.
Correct.
Remy Lavoie.
Remy the beef.
Yep.
Right?
Uh-huh. Remy the beef. So before we go over the card, are you happy, middle, disappointed?
Yeah, I like having another bullseye on the table. One that's not as good as 2-point bullseye.
Right.
But, you know, lets me throw things. I like
Okay.
hucking stuff.
You love
I
hucking
really
stuff.
like hucking stuff.
Which, remind me, I want to ask you about axe throwing later. Okay, let's talk about Gambit. Real quick, just fucking cuck. Okay, there, I got it out. I feel better now. I just needed one. One and done.
Okay.
One and done.
Yeah.
I hate Gambit. Sorry,
Really?
Scotty. I hate Gambit. I don't know what it is. Probably because he's just so arrogant and beautiful, mainly.
I think that's what it is. So I've had a bell curve as far as my like from Gambit 2. In the original, 92 X-Men TV show, adored him.
Yeah.
As an adolescent,
He was
I was
cool.
like, oh, he hucks stuff. I love hucking
Right.
stuff. Also, he's super cool.
Right.
I have playing cards. I'm a mutant now.
Right.
And then as time went on and I became older, I was like, wow, he's kind of a scuzzball.
Uh-huh.
But now that I'm back on the I really like hucking stuff train,
Right.
I'm kind
Well,
of
yeah, it is kind of your shtick right now.
it has been for a while,
Yep.
but yeah, really enjoy it. So I'm at half chub.
Okay.
It could go either way. That could be because I had really good cereal earlier. It could just be a random one, or it could be because of him. I don't know.
You still get those? Jealous.
Yeah.
All right, let's go over his card. Let's read it all off.
Okay, so he is 5 stamina, at least on his healthy side, medium movement, size 2, 3 threat. 3's across the board for defense. Pretty kind of standard metrics for a threat 3 character. Putting him only just slightly above, like a 2-point Gambit, as far as having 1 additional stamina and 1 additional mystic defense.
Right.
Bow staff seems a little underwhelming at first. This is one of his kind of builders. He only gains 1 power from this attack resolving. It's range 2, strength 4, and push on a wild.
Right, but it's a guaranteed energy.
It is a guaranteed power. Yep.
Because it is only strength 4. But it's not the builder you're going to be using, which is really frustrating because I was like, oh, yeah, 3 threat with a 4-strength builder. Chuck finally got one. And then they ruined.
And it's the static builder instead of his real builder.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. While it may seem a little underwhelming at first, this is a push on a size 3.
Yeah, that's huge.
Like, that is actually pretty legitimate.
Yep.
There's not a lot of things that can push like Kingpin and stuff anymore. And
Right.
it's Gambit with a stick.
Yes.
So
Can the research team pull up Colossus's card in the process while we go over this? Because I want to compare some things.
yes, absolutely. I believe that is something that not only do they have the power to do, but they have the ability, they have the drive. They stay hungry, they
The
devour.
Devour? Yeah. Knew that was coming.
Oh, there's my post.
Oh, hey, look at you.
But what I would really hope to not see here is all of the comments from something. So I could, if you were like scrolling through someone's Facebook to find like a Colossus card, that would be like a little bit more accessible kind of overall.
Yeah.
Because that would really be kind of ideal in a situation where you're live streaming something and would like to be able to pull up information from someone's card.
That tracks.
But just to kind of continue, Kinetic Ace is his actual builder. Range 3, strength 5.
I like that.
I'm actually okay calling this one a tie as far as builders.
Okay.
because I feel like generally when people think of builders, it's the first attack listed.
Right.
And it does, in fact, generate power, but Kinetic Ace does, in fact, gain power equal to the damage dealt and has explosive on a wild, which is pretty
that's
dope.
what I really like about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is explosive on a wild that only requires one wild is super dope on a 3-threat character that has a 5-strength builder.
Yeah.
At a range 3. I'm glad it's a range 3 because it is a hucking ability.
Yeah, he can't throw it as far as Bullseye can, but he's also throwing a playing card.
Right.
That has been charged with kinetic energy over, something significantly more lethal like Paperclip.
Right. Yep.
But,
Precision.
yeah.
It's not about power or devour.
Correct.
It's about precision.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's about taking what's ours.
Yeah.
He also has his Spender. This is an energy attack, 52 card pickup, which if you look at the card, you really feel like says S2 card pickup.
Yeah, it does.
Which I thought was like a parking spot section at first.
Sure.
But it's a beam 4, strength 5, 4 power to get off, which seems a little hefty at first, but
It's a beam.
it is a beam.
Yeah.
It is a beam. And if we compare that to Visions, flurry of cards, though, happens on a wild. When making this attack action, each wild in the attack roll counts as 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So
The fact that it's a beam, it could potentially pay off better for you.
Oh, for sure.
I like the idea that it's not him just like massive rapid firing a bunch of like cards. I like the idea that he just took 2 decks and then just went, you know what I mean, and just like shot them out like shotgun style, like like pick it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that idea a lot.
I do too.
Yeah.
Like just
The fact
taking
that
a fun time that everyone was having playing a card game
Yes.
and making everyone pick it up.
Yep.
Like is just.
Yeah, you're hour 6 into war. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So and then onto the superpowers, he has Accelerate Charge, 3 power. During the next attack action made by this character this turn, add 2 dice to the attack roll. Obviously, this becomes a very expensive 52 card pickup, but I mean, you could really pop off with some wilds there.
If
7 dice.
if you had the energy, if you had 7 energies sitting there, and you needed to daze some characters, yeah, I would spend it in a heartbeat. But I'm also bloodthirsty, so
Correct.
yeah.
A little something extra is his first reactive, costs 1 power, and this is actually the super cool one. This is kind of what brings his bow staff, kinetic ace, and flurry of cards really kind of into perspective. After this character rolls attack dice, it may use the superpower. This character can change 1 hit in its attack roll to a wild. So you can effectively nearly guarantee. We say guarantee, but it is not quite guarantee.
Right.
The push, the explosion, or the flurry.
Right.
Now, on the flurry, you're paying 1 for effectively 1 additional success, which isn't, the most game-breaking in the world. But when you need that push to get someone off an objective, when you're trying to get chip damage on an Angela or a She-Hulk or a Kingpin, someone that has, some pretty significant durability, I love chip damage. And that's why I kind of place him in that bullseye camp where, hey, you know what? From range,
Right.
some AoE chip is
Especially if you're
pretty
playing
nice.
if you're playing a crisis where everybody has to get up on each other anyway.
Correct.
Like he becomes an absolute threat.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And then his second reactive is enhanced agility, 2 power to pull this off. Pretty much exactly what parting shot that Bullseye has. After an attack targeting this character is resolved, this character may use his superpower. The attacking character suffers 1 damage. This character may advance away from the attacking character short.
Which I really like.
I do as well.
Movement shenanigans is super great.
He does not change at all on his injured side.
Which is also kind of nice.
It is. I think he's a solid 3.
I hate that I like him so much.
Yeah.
He is very much my playstyle, which is bloodthirsty with a little bit of movement shenanigans built in there. Low threat, which is what I'm always looking for, because I like to play those like higher threat leaders and then try to fill in some random guys. And he passes our gold. The I would like to officially crown it. The wait did I roll a wild golden standard? He fits great in Steve Rogers' Avengers.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, he really does.
He does. Like, he benefits so well. Being able to essentially parting shot for 1 every time. Being
Accelerate charge for,
making it 6 instead of 7 now.
Yeah.
Which
the new
is
Friday
really good.
AI, effectively. Or pre-nerf Friday AI. Or pre-buff, sorry.
I hate that I like him so much. I'm kind of back on the I like him again.
Yeah.
This is dumb.
And so here's the reason I really adore him. As we've seen on the Power Phase, I will spend entire games
Yes.
hurling dozens of dice, wanting to get a single wild on an attack where it won't even really help me. I just want it to work, and it won't. So it's super cool to see that now all of my successes with Gambit will only be crits. So actually pretty neat.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah.
What other affiliations outside of Steve Rogers' Avengers do you think he fits in? I mean, he's a 3 and he's solid, so he does fit in Sam Spam.
So if we're talking home, I like him in both X-Men, but as a guy who's really trying to make X-Men Blue work, I like him in there to be able to get 52 card pickup cheaper. I mean, that's a way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Is have a battery follow behind him. Honestly, him and Lockjaw are going to get along real well.
Because he's very maneuverable
Yes.
with that enhanced agility, which I like. Being able to move someone around like that is really pretty stellar.
Yep.
Especially at avoiding follow-up attacks.
Yes.
With a lot of reactives defensively, you kind of want to wait for the second one so you don't, either counter back and give them more power to hit you harder for their second activation or for their second attack during their activation. This helps put you away, so they're kind of forced to, well, now I got to follow them or give up on the attack. I guess they'll just sit still and shake. But, yeah.
Fair. I like him. So can you pull up Colossus's card real quick for me?
Yes, I can.
So there has been some talk, and I feel like we could talk about it here. Colossus doesn't have a push.
No.
At a 4.
At a 4.
He has a throw terrain, which is good.
It is.
Do you think Gambit at a 3, built in with that push in his bow staff, and only being a 3 threat, is a better take than Colossus at 4 with his durability?
A 33% increase in threat from Gambit to Colossus for 1 more stamina and 1 more physical defense.
Yeah, well, yes, but you're also not factoring in the fact that it is almost impossible to hurt Colossus with his abilities.
Right.
Right. So like, he's a 6. Yes, he's a 6 stamina, but really treat him more like an 8 or a 9.
Correct. Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Immune to bleed as well.
Right. So that's huge.
That's straight up.
It's not poison.
Correct. Yeah.
But still.
Yep.
But just, the fact that he can reduce damage and things like that, it'll take more attacks longer. But and I know the theory
6 isn't like out of the ballpark, you know what I mean? Like, especially for chip damage, which Gambit can in fact provide.
Right.
Yeah.
But do you think, and I understand that a lot of the time they say we don't, and I am of the same nature of like, I don't want them to be able to do all the things.
Correct.
Right? And I understand for balance purposes, because I believe that's what they had said. I know I saw it a lot, but the idea being for balance purposes, him having a throw or even him having a push made him very powerful. Made Colossus very powerful. Pronouns, pal. Colossus very powerful. But I feel like at a 3, Gambit having a push that can push size 3.
Correct.
Is absurd in comparison to Colossus not having even a push 2.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and I like concussive damage.
The thing is,
it's cool.
You have to understand. And this is very legitimate. I'm going to make an incredible point here. I want everyone to put on their thinking caps. Actually, take them off. You're not going to need it. This point is so good. Colossus is a good person. Like, generally, like, lawful or neutral good at absolute worst.
Right.
Doesn't want to force things upon other people. Very polite, respectful of women. Not pushy. Which is why he can't push. Gambit, on the other hand, Does not take no for an answer. Incredibly problematic. Massively pushy. Which is why they not only gave him a push, it's a good one. There's like...
He's pushing She-Hulk for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
He's pushing She-Hulk. He's pushing regular Hulk is 4.
I think so, yeah.
So, I mean, the only things that he's not forcing his will on from just being too persistent is Dormommy Milkers and Hulk.
Right. I hate that you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I want to love Colossus so hard.
Yes.
I do, and I love where he's at, and I think he's very good. But then we got Gambit, and it's just like, damn it.
Yeah.
He's like...
On both sides, too.
Right.
You know what I mean? You have Colossus, and then you have, he's good. I like him. I wish he was a little bit cooler.
I wish he was
But then you
3.
have Juggernaut right above him and Gambit right below him,
Right.
which seems so much cooler from both ends.
Yes, I wish Colossus was a 3. Mm-hmm. And I hate that because I want 4s, but I want 4 threats to be better than what they are. Now, I will say that there is for sure Gambit is going to get punched in the nose.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like you have to shut him down as quickly as possible and survive that one round where he empties everything into you.
In the incredibly motivational words of Froggy Fresh.
Yes.
You keeps talking smack, you're going to get smacked up.
Right.
If there's one thing Gambit does, it is talk smack.
Right.
He will absolutely be blasted around the table by anyone with a 5 strength builder.
Yeah. Hawkeye just became your favorite character to get against him.
Oh, yeah.
Outranging him, putting as much damage. I mean, Hawkeye murked my Taskmaster in 2 rounds.
Yeah.
Dead. Mm-hmm. If you can take down Tasky, you can take down anybody.
That's accurate.
And I hate that that's a true statement.
Yep. No, that's not wrong at all.
So back to your question, where do I think he fits? Did you forget to hit the record?
Yeah, I never hit record.
Yeah, that's about right.
Here's the thing. It only wastes my time when I have to extract the audio from this over.
Yeah. Listen, you get to play Hearthstone just a little bit longer, you know what I mean?
I haven't played that in a while.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've been being good and trying to get 2 to 3 TikToks per episode out of stuff.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Stupid. Mm-hmm. You should take your own love.
Listen, we stay hungry, we devour.
That's true.
But.
What was I saying? Oh, where I think he fits. To answer your question, where I think he fits. Mm-hmm. Crime Syndicate. Love him in Crime Syndicate.
Oh, yeah.
Just being able to put him on a point because he can turret if he needs to. Mm-hmm. Put him on a point, and he has some movement shenanigans in there so he can bounce around if you need to get him moving.
Yeah.
Why would you not run him with Bullseye? You know what I mean? Like, so putting him together, I really like that. I don't know.
Legitimately?
I haven't played this game in a while, so I'm trying to remember like the affiliations.
This might seem like a dig, and it is very much not, but I think Gambit is actually an incredible choice for Dan. Whenever I play him, he always gets some of his higher priority targets that he wants to take down on my end to 1 HP.
Right.
Having a near guaranteed explosion on a range 3 is actually stellar. He can attack someone that has more than 1 health, and this is why I love Gambit, and specifically Kinetic Ace, I think it's called. Yes. Is I hate wasting another attack on someone that has 1 health left, especially when there's other valid targets right around him. With Kinetic Ace, nearly guaranteeing that explosion, I can attack the actual person I want to and make sure to finish off, that bullseye.
Maybe even potentially do a bow staff to push him into position.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see that a lot. Mm-hmm. I think that's where we're gonna see that act. Because I was thinking like, oh, cool, he can get people off objectives. I sooner say he's going to either he's got that push to set up his beam, or he's got the push to set up his explosive.
Correct.
I think that's what we're gonna see more of.
He's a specialist, 100%, but he doesn't have a lot of the drawbacks that a specialist normally has.
Right.
He does function just as a legitimate 3 in addition to that.
Mm-hmm. I even think if you switched it, if he was a 4 and Colossus was a 3, I think I would still take Gambit.
Yeah.
You know, like if I had 4 points, if I had 4 threat, I would still take a Gambit over having a Colossus at 3 with like figuring out where to fit that other point in.
Yeah.
Maybe some equipment finally or something.
I don't hate that. Right.
Yeah. A gemstone if I had a bearer or something.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate that I love him so much. I do. I hate that I love him so much.
Yeah. Yep, I could see that.
Spoilers.
Yeah.
we got 2 new characters announced.
Mm-hmm.
The boxiest of miniatures.
Yes.
Yes.
Officially to be released on December 26th, Boxing Day. That's not true, but it was a good joke.
I should have appreciated it. Thank you.
You're welcome. I wanted to immediately make that disclosure.
Yes. Yep.
So people knew that we were joking.
Sure. Yep. Honey Badger
Yes.
and X-23.
Mm-hmm.
I always want to say X-32.
Laura and Gabby.
Yes.
The Gab and Lore.
I know nothing about them.
I actually really like these two.
Okay.
Laura Kinney had a whole bunch of like blood rage stuff that like gave sense to why Wolverine made all the stupid decisions that he made. She has this pheromone deal where she was effectively used as like a tactical strike agent. They'd effectively tag someone with pheromone, and if she was anywhere near them, she would go absolutely bullshit ballistic and just literally eviscerate the shit out of them.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
And she has 2 claws and then like 1 in each foot, right?
On the heels.
On the heels. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, she's super cool. She's super dope. She was currently, I don't know if it still stands because I'm not super up to date on the comics, but she became all new Wolverine.
Oh, okay.
Where she kind of had a Grace and Frankie like roommate best friend thing with Honey Badger,
Gotcha.
who has 1 claw,
Yeah.
but a
The younger you get, the less claws you get? Is that the
I think
theory?
so. Yeah, I think once you're of age, you get
Right.
more claws.
Oh, okay. That makes
But
sense.
who has a Wolverine
Yeah.
named the Unstoppable Jonathan.
Which is a tactics card,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah. So
I was kind of hoping we'd get it on the base when you showed the Honey Badger,
Yeah.
the Unstoppable Jonathan. I thought. Now let me ask you though. The Unstoppable Jonathan, you're fine with,
Yes.
but Squirrel Girl and her squirrels, no.
Here's the funny thing too.
Yeah.
Is that the Unstoppable Jonathan was given to Laura and Gabby by Squirrel Girl.
Of course.
Because Squirrel Girl, upon finding this Wolverine, is like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I know a couple Wolverines.
Yeah.
I'm Squirrel Girl. I can talk to squirrels. Those Wolverines can probably talk to Wolverines. That's literally the entire
I
concept.
absolutely adore that.
That's the entire concept. So she brings this Wolverine to X-23 and is just like, yeah, this is yours. You can talk to him now. And it gets dumber. It makes me even madder because then Rocket Raccoon is like, yeah, I can make him talk. And retrofits him with a thing that lets him understand
Yeah.
human speech and talk back. Regularly threatens Deadpool that he hates him and he's going to eat his face off if he ever steps out of line.
Oh shit! Already my favorite character.
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
What would you recommend for people who want to learn these characters a little bit more?
So I was unaware of this particular one. Dan mentioned this on the Discord, but I believe it's Honey Badger is in X-Men Red.
Okay.
I became familiar with both X-23 and Honey Badger more in All New Wolverine,
All new.
where X-23 becomes the real full
Right.
Wolverine, takes
Okay.
over the mantle itself. Laura Kinney was also in some X-Force stuff.
I was gonna say that's where I remember.
real good.
I remember her being on X-Force because Wolverine's in the black and gray. She's in black and gray.
Yep.
And I think maybe Cable. I remember a cover with like those two and Cable. I remember thinking, who the hell is that?
So Uncanny X-Force, I believe by Rick Remender, was one of the best X-Force runs ever.
Okay.
Deadpool, Phantom X, Wolverine, Archangel, Psylocke. It might have been Psylocke you saw that because she looked very similar to X-23 at the time in the gray and black.
I remember the claws.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, she had claws. So.
But yeah,
Maybe they were energy
that run
claws, I don't know.
was absolutely incredible. But to get familiar with both of these characters, it's X-Men Red or All New Wolverine.
Gotcha. Okay.
And All New Wolverine has some Deadpool in it. So if you want that, and it's not over the top Deadpool. This was after they were like, we overdid it.
Oh, okay.
Let's make him a trauma thing again.
Oh, I like Trauma. I like Trauma Pool.
Trauma Pool is the best pool.
Yeah. Okay. I might check that out. I always think I'm gonna like X-Force, so I should give it a try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mitch in the chat says that X-Force was X-23's probably best iteration. I don't necessarily disagree with that at all.
Okay. Interesting.
But as far as threats, I think both on the groups, on the Facebook groups and in chat now, I think I don't want this to be the case. I want them want Honey Badger to be a 3 and X-23 to be a 4. But I think Wargaming Dad is correct in that we will probably see X-23 as a 3 threat and Honey Badger as a 2.
Which would make sense.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you think they're going to play?
I think...
You think we're going to get essentially Wolverine mashed with a Kraven for X-23?
Yeah.
idea where she tags somebody and then gets bonuses against them?
Yep, she will have... So,
or maybe...
Here's why I feel X-23 should be a 4 and Honey Badger should be a 3. They obviously will both have a healing factor in some form. I do believe X-23 would have a very similar effect to Lockjaw with Intergalactic Bloodhound or something along those lines where, yes, she absolutely tags someone and then either gets extra damage dice or re-rolls or things like that. She will also absolutely have some bleed play mechanics. I think she's probably going to flesh super well with Blade, because that was kind of one of her big main things. Oh, it was confirmed in the stream. All right, Wargaming Dad has alerted us that in the stream they did in fact confirm that X-23 is a 3 and Honey Badger is a 2.
All right.
But yeah, absolutely we'll have some type of reroll or marking thing, or gets extra dice against things with Bleed. I think she's going to play incredibly well with Blade. As in the comics, there was always like, once she's snicked somebody a little bit, she's going to snick them even harder. Mm-hmm. Honey Badger...
Do you think that we're going to see a lot of synergy between them? Like, when they're together, when they're, like, not maybe like a marriage situation, but like when they're near each other, or one activates after the other or something, or if one's already activated, the other one can do extra bonuses, something like that, maybe?
That's a really good question. I
mean,
I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility at all. I think that would be pretty heavy-handed, but no, I don't think that's
kind of like maybe like X-23 is the starter, and then Honey Badger is like the finisher. So if a activated X-23 is within range something of Honey Badger, she gets bonuses. Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of neat. It would be cool to see more of like a tag team effect.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you don't have to take them together, but not taking them together is silly kind of thing, because they just benefit so hard.
Similar to a Sin and Crossbones. Maybe it'll be a tactics card, similar to the War Machine and Captain Marvel one.
There is a second tactics card in that. I don't remember what it is though. So there's the Unstoppable Jonathan, and then there's something else. Yeah. Right. I just forget what the title is.
But, yeah, I'm excited for these two. I'm excited to see how they play together. I'd like to see some more bleed mechanics on the field, or some synergy along those lines. But, yeah, I'm super stoked for these. Mm-hmm. I would like to see a real hard-hitting, too, that, similar to Nebula, where maybe because Honey Badger is a little bit more wild-childy.
Yes.
That maybe they give her that straight up assassin thing where she can't really hold stuff or, hold objective tokens or secure, but she gets extra damage dice against things that are bleeding or things that have already been attacked or anything that's injured. Something along those lines I think would be super cool. Wolverines is the other tactics card, which probably is.
So probably, yeah.
For every Wolverine you bub twice as hard or something.
Oh. Bubbin'. Big bub. Big bubbin'. Yeah.
Check it and see. Got a fever of 103.
That's the one you went with. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember the lyrics to Big Pimpin'.
Oh.
Big bubbin'. We spendin' energies.
Big bubbin'. Jonathan's got fleas.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Right. I'm glad we did that.
Yeah.
Hey.
Here's the deal. Here's the thing. Here's what I really hope Wolverines is. Yeah. I hope Wolverines is something that gives X-23, Honey Badger, Wolverine,
Here it comes.
And Deadpool some special thing similar to...
Motorcycle!
No, nothing stupid like that. I just think it would be really funny if it was like... If you're within 2 of Wolverine, this happens. If you're 2 within X-23, you get this. And if Deadpool's there...
Right. What if the Unstoppable Jonathan is, like, specifically targeted at only...
At only Deadpool?
Deadpool. It's an only Deadpool card.
Turns off his healing factor or something?
Yeah.
Deadpool loses the ability.
Hey,
to
oh my
karate.
God! It lets Honey Badger do Merc with a mouth back to him.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Honey Badger and Deadpool had this great tag team where they were like killing zombies in this hospital.
Yes.
Like having long conversations about how overdone zombies are as zombies are slowly crawling towards them and they just impale them and move on. It was really good.
Okay. I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
I'm kind of here for it. Oh, man, I got so much reading to do this over break.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about it. What else we got to talk about? I forgot. We had something else on the docket. Oh, your game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Dan and I switched sides with the
Nothing wrong with switching.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, I've always described myself as a switch, but we
There it is.
we played again the domain of Dread Dormammu.
Yes.
This is a 2-player organized play kit. We'll probably give one away to someone in the comments. So leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe.
Please.
Because I forgot to give one away on Monday during the stream. So this was a pretty cool setup. You have 3 portals, 3 artifacts, and an altar in the center, as well as a spawning portal. The defender gets a team that is 12 threat, and then gets 17 threat, or 18 threat worth of reinforcements that come in every round, equal to 3 threat plus 1 per portal that is still opened.
Yes.
During the cleanup phase.
Yep.
The attacker goes in with a 17 threat list, tries to seal as many portals each round as they reopen during the power phase or at the end of the cleanup phase, and is the only one to score victory points, getting 1 victory point for 1 open, 3 for 2, or 6 if all 3 portals are still sealed.
Okay.
The defender can also pick up these artifacts that are spread around. If they bring all 3 to the altar, it immediately mercs the attacking player's character that is the entity. The entity is a card that gets moved around throughout. What's the bit you're waiting for? What do you keep looking down for? You keep giving me these squirrely eyes like you're waiting for something to happen. Like there's a clown.
I'm waiting for a motorcycle to come in, honestly.
I'm being completely
legitimate. I know. I'm listening.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the attacker gets a character that can become the entity, where they get 1 additional energy and mystic defense. All of their attacks count as mystic. They give all of their allies 1 extra power during the power phase, but if they have 6 or more, they take a damage. I believe.
Oh God.
I believe they get to use their mystic defense for everything, unless the attacker, oddly enough, would be on the defending side, spends power to make them use what their actual stat would be instead of automatically getting their mystic defense. And then if that character is dazed, the entity switches to another character. If the character that it switches to is healthy, it goes to its injured side.
Which seems weird.
It does. But this is Dormommy trying to come into our plane, so, sometimes it takes a little sacrifice.
Sure.
But once the entity switches to something, they fully heal.
Yeah.
If they had any damage, they lose any tokens or special conditions and activated tokens. So you can certainly play that for some pretty stellar effect.
Potential double activation.
Correct.
You can all you got.
You can.
For just
if that card wasn't banned, absolutely. But
yeah,
it's a lot of fun. So the first time Dan and I played it, it went pretty heavy-handedly in my favor. I was getting the reinforcements in that I needed. He had played kind of a more elite list where it was fewer models, but it was like Thor and I always want to say Valkyrie, but it was Angela. And he just didn't have enough bodies on the table to keep the portals closed.
So I was just going to ask, what do you think is good list building when you're looking towards this? Because things are opening up, people are trying to hold events.
So I think what I played this past week, having obviously played it before, having a little insight into it, I was really happy with the list that I worked up for this, where effectively I played, not Sam Spam, but kind of with Kingpin. So I had Kingpin, and then I had a bunch of 3s and another 4 just because I was dressed as Cyclops, so I threw Cyclops in there. But pushes are huge.
Yep.
because you want to be on those portals and controlling them, locking them down, and then reopening them or closing them or whatever it is each round. So he's not getting reinforcements. This is if you're the attacker over the defender. You want to shut down those portals hard. One of the big benefits of the entity is that during the cleanup phase, they can teleport themselves within range 1 of the altar, which puts you right near the spawn portal. So what I would highly suggest doing if you are the attacker is getting a bruiser, getting a big beefy boy that punches the ever-letting shit out of people and throws or has beams. Vision might not be awful for this.
I was going to say Vision, if you have the points,
Kingpin,
maybe a
Hulk.
Thor
Yes. For the charge.
for the charge.
And the AoE, yes.
Yeah.
So you want to teleport yourself right to that altar to
Yeah.
be on that forward portal and just lay waste to anything that steps through it. Because
Interesting.
if you are locking down those portals, they're going to be capped at a 3 threat coming in, and then you just want to obliterate it.
Right.
So that's what I did with Kingpin. I made him the entity, teleported him up, and then as he went to defend it, I was throwing whoever was there into whoever just came in, and then Kane lasering everyone I could. It worked out incredibly well, and he's a very durable piece anyway. So, and when he's the entity, he goes from a 4-3-3 to a 4-4-4 with intense physical conditioning. He's very difficult to get damage on.
Fair.
On my flanks, I had Cyclops and Hood. Nope. On my left flank, I had the Hood and Iron Man. 3-point Iron Man because I wanted the push and then some damage. And then on the other flank, I had Black Cat and Cyclops. Once again, for pushes and for the free staggers.
Right.
Because Black Cat's going to be able to do that every single turn as she gets an extra power.
Black Cat, best 3 in the game?
No.
No.
Because there's Gambit now.
Well, best gatekeeper?
Yeah.
Best gatekeeper of the 3s then?
Yep.
Okay. So who's better than her at a 3, other than Gambit?
I think she's the best there is at what she does. And what she does is nice.
Right.
And that's, all right, you have 6 threat on the table and they're not immune to stagger.
Right.
Fuck them. I'm a ruin their day every turn by staggering them automatically.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah.
You know?
You're right. I want Luke Cage to be better because of that, but it's fine.
Wargaming Dad asked, why isn't Cyclops here tonight? And Wargaming Dad, I need you to know, I set out that visor on my kitchen counter.
He almost brought it.
To bring it to wear tonight.
But he wouldn't be able to see the computer.
I would not be able to see that.
So,
I would not even be able to see you ask that question had I had that visor.
You had made a statement. Let's get to that real quick. You had made a statement before we started. Or not before we started, but when we started. That this game went faster.
Yeah.
Did you win?
I did.
So you beat Dan even impaired? Visually?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just curious.
Yes.
Starting to think maybe Tim is unstoppable. Oh, can I plug it? Can I plug the thing?
Yeah.
Coming up on this weekend? Or in a couple weeks?
In a couple weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you should do is come to Oneonta, New York, and stomp Tim into the ground at our tournament.
At Bearded Dragon Games.
Yes.
In upstate New York.
Real store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you type it into Google Maps,
Yep.
type in Bearded Dragon Games
Real
store. And you'll find it. It is actually located at 19 Ford Ave, Suite C.
Yep.
In Oneonta, New York, 13820. We will be running a tournament on January 2nd.
Yes.
It is a Sunday. Obviously, a lot more details to be announced. There is a Facebook event group.
Yeah.
So if you follow Bearded Dragon Games and Comics on Facebook, we'll invite you. Excuse me. Sorry. To the group. Get you in, get you entered.
Yes.
We'll be there.
Yes.
It'll be pretty fun.
Yes.
Also,
potentially, I may be there. I just remembered that I might not be there.
Oh, fair.
Because
here's the good news.
my job just changed its mind about something, but I have to double check to make sure where that actually falls timeline wise.
Yes.
But if I'm there, I'll be your TO.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'll be TOing because I feel bad that Dan can't play.
Right.
I want it. That's my Christmas gift to him, is allowing Dan to play at the tournament and just destroy everybody. You know what I mean?
So here's,
if you guys don't give Dan a wedgie in every game, I'm gonna be very upset. A metaphorical wedgie.
Yeah, metaphorical.
Yeah, because I've given up my option.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have let's say good TO. Let's say I'm not gonna just be like, I don't know, figure it out and walk away.
It's actually one of the only things that could potentially prevent Chuck from yelling at you.
It's true.
Having him as the TO instead of your opponent. So
yeah, it tracks. Yeah.
But yeah, make sure to check that out. And this is the first one. I understand that that's probably a hard time for a lot of people to make, as it's the day after New Year's. But well, we'll do more in the future. Also, April 9th and 10th, we will be at the Long Island Tabletop and RPG Expo.
Okay.
So
I was unaware of
This
this.
is like kind of brand new information.
Sure.
But we got invited out by one of the people organizing it, and
Oh, hell yeah. That's freaking rad as hell.
right,
Yo, we're like important.
they're one of the people kind of in charge of it is Neon Noodle on the Discord. He was like, "Hey guys, what's up?
Oh, it's super rad as hell.
By the way, I'm kind of the man. Do you guys want to come hang out?" And
Yeah, we do.
We didn't really discuss it with anyone, but I was like, "Yep, yeah, let's do that." So
All right, I need to put in for work now.
yes,
Yes.
I know it's not May, but it's really close.
It's
to May.
really close to May.
So
And it's going to be cutting it real awkward.
right.
Yeah.
But so we will be there. Make sure to check us out there. I don't know exactly what we're doing or what, but we'll figure out some type of hangout or whatever.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do a meetup. We're going to be, I don't know, let's say right now. So it's canon.
Uh-huh.
We'll be doing a live show, panels. We'll be doing panels all day. Autographs, $5 a piece, right off the bat. T-shirts, $30, guaranteed.
Speaking of,
Yeah.
we have a Wait Did I Roll a Wild t-shirt now on the
Yeah.
Teespring.
Yes.
I think the link is actually down below in the description. Chuck commissioned one of our favorite artists,
Yes.
Katie Fineout.
She
to-
did the beautiful artwork behind me for
Yes,
a
she
different
did.
show.
But it has myself dressed up as Wiccan. It has Big Chuck as probably one of the most incredible Modocs I've ever seen in my life.
It's true.
Dan as Iceman, and Danny as Valkyrie.
Thor.
Thor.
Yeah.
Oh, as Jane Foster Thor.
Yeah, it's Jane Foster Thor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I just think anyone that's an Asgardian's Valkyrie.
Yeah,
Apparently.
fair. Super fair.
But yeah,
I'm super hyped about the shirt.
I'm pretty excited about
Yeah.
it.
So go over there to our Teespring. That's teespring.com/
It's different now. Check out the link down below because now it's like creator space or professional casual creator something. I don't know.
Use
But
the link below.
The link's below.
Check the show notes. It's there.
We also posted on the Facebook today too. So head over to facebook.com/professional casual. Follow us there, and there's a bunch of posts with pictures of the new merch that we have up in the store.
Yes.
But
I will never come back to Earth, Mitch, ever.
I felt really bad for the way that game went. Dan rolled a ton of dice, and literally on a 50% chance per die,
Yeah.
was rolling usually 3 to 4 dice per roll.
Okay.
Rolled 0 successes
Oh.
on what he needed to take the portals back.
That's sad.
So it did go. It was over by 8:30. It was very quick.
Uh-huh.
But only because the dice were really, really heavily against him.
I had seen in a Facebook group, or in the Facebook, the main Facebook, the Marvel Crisis Protocol, somebody had posted like them playing it, I believe is what they were doing. And they had actually had portals made, actual like resin portals, like printed.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm gonna guess, or like terrain pieces.
Yeah.
For it. And I knew the painter who had done all that work, and it was just really cool to like, because
that's
it wasn't.
rad.
It was go follow her. She's figuratively speaking _minis. My friend Courtney.
Yeah.
She over on Instagram. She like painted it all up and stuff. But then I saw that post. I go, oh, Courtney. Well, wait, Courtney doesn't play, and that was a commission. So then it must have been the person that she commissioned. It was really cool. It was really neat to see. So
Mitch, you're not gonna have to pay for my autograph, bud. You're right. You're right. Listen, we signed titties for free too. Just a heads up. So, that said,
yeah.
yeah, it was just super. It was unfortunately The dice were very heavy one way and not the other, but it was still an incredible stream. Dan and I still had a very good time. Chat was live as hell, and we were talking like Cyclops the entire time. So
I mean, we peaked a couple of times on viewership record.
Yeah,
so.
we were peaking hard. Not as much as the Dormammu Ultimate Encounter, which was like, I think we had 60 viewers in there at one point.
Right.
Or 60 unique viewers, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of fun.
Super rad. Anything else? Hobby thoughts? You got any hobby stuff? You got a hood painted up. Good for you.
Yeah, he looks great. No guns.
No guns.
I want.
Looks like he's throwing Molotov cocktails. Honestly,
it does.
Yeah.
I
contemplated trying to convince you to take those obscene amount of little plastic bottles you have that come as like terrain garbage that you can put on, and modeling it to look like Molotov cocktails in his hand. But you said I'm on a time frame.
I did.
Yeah, you did say that.
So I want to. You'll appreciate this.
Yes. Did you break the fire off?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, they are in very good condition.
Okay, good.
So I have a hood cosplay that I'm going to be doing in 2 weeks on the channel, and I'm super stoked for it. I'm even going to wear the suit. I'm wearing full suit under that hood.
Okay.
Like, we're going to make it real. But I posted the picture on our Discord of him with no guns, with the hashtag no guns needed.
Yeah.
And Dan was, I guess, super excited to play against me playing as the hood, so he could be like, why are there guns in there? He obviously needs them. And because you clipped those guns off for me, it took that away.
Took that away from him?
Yeah.
Yes! I will spend as many hours, if you're wondering, to get those clean and fit and to stay. Yeah.
They looked really good. You could not tell that they were clipped off. It looked like he was literally yeah.
So if anyone's wanting Tamiya plastic cement, just put a little bit on the bottom, then try to work it, try to smooth it out.
Okay.
Because it melts. It actually melts the plastic together and creates a new bond.
Yeah.
So pretty much had to melt it, but it took a little bit to set up, and then I had broken a piece, like I had broken it off, and then I thought I lost it, and I was really pissed. I was like trying to figure out if I could green stuff flame.
Yeah.
Was like what was my next thought, and then I found it, and I was like, oh. A miracle, and put it back on and got it all together. Oh, it was beautiful.
Guys, everyone in chat, everyone listening at home, I know that you haven't gotten your Dormammu Ultimate Encounter yet. I know when you go over to beardeddragongames.online and you use that code PCME10 to get 10% off of your Dormammu, and you end up getting it in the mail, and you're like, how do I do this different? I want you to take some little flames and just put them on Dormammu's chest. And that'll be the Dormommy Melkers.
So here's the thing. If you haven't looked at that kit yet, there is additional fire that comes with it that you can put on the base. You could probably very easily just attach it to his chests.
That's incredible. AMG, Dallas Kemp really has our back, man.
He really does.
Thank you. But that's all I have. We're stoked. I think everyone here is pretty stoked for X-23 and Honey Badger. I'm very excited for that personally.
I remember when X-23 came out, and I wasn't like...
I wasn't floored by her at first.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, cool, another Wolverine, bub. You know, like, situation. But, and granted, I've never read any of her stories, but everybody just raves about how well that character is put together and has been written. And I am, most importantly, I'm excited for X-Men because they need low-threat characters to be added in. I'm excited. I'm going to assume for X-Force.
Yeah, I would think so.
It wouldn't make...
I guess I wouldn't be shocked if... So I would expect X-23 to be an X-Force.
Right.
If Honey Badger is not in there or is in there, honestly, I wouldn't be shocked either way.
A-Team?
Yeah, I think they would both be on A-Team.
Most likely Avengers.
Yeah.
Because everybody spent some time. Maybe even Defenders, because everybody was on Defenders at one point.
Yep.
Most likely the Fantastic Four, because at some point everybody was on the Fantastic Four.
That's also true.
Yeah. Emissary of Evil, I'm sure is going to pop up at some point. You know what I mean?
Yes. Masters of Evil? What's it called? Is it Emissary?
Emissary of Evil was the Electro, Stiltman, the Gentleman.
Oh, yes, the Gentleman.
Yeah.
I loved the Gentleman.
Did you?
I read a novel a Spider-Man novel that
Yes.
included the Sinister Six getting together, led by the Gentleman.
Yes.
And there was a little power play at first, and he
Yeah.
was like, "No, I'm old and have a cane. I have no powers, but I'm very old." And they're like, "Oh shit, okay."
Yeah, fair. Girlfriend's here. Mine, specifically.
Oh.
Hey.
Is that her nickname for you?
Yeah, she
Yo,
just,
Varktech.
yeah, she comes in a lot, apparently.
Yeah.
It just drops that. I appreciate it. Thanks, babe. Anything else, Tim? Any
No,
wish
that's-
lists? I mean, are you pretty much satisfied with the Honey Badger X-23?
Yeah, I did not expect them to be coming anytime soon. I hope that leads us to some kind of more ancillary X-Men. Vanisher. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, I want the Vanisher."
Morph?
Morph would be.
I mean, if we're going to... So, it's interesting, because we got X-23 and Honey Badger, which are new characters.
Newer, yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
but most of the characters for X-Men are modeled after like the 92 run,
Yes.
right? Or the 90s run, I should say. Do you think that they're going to start leaning heavier into more modern day characters? And how many more characters do you think we're going to get before we get Iceman? Like, we got Honey Badger before we got Iceman.
Yeah, that's also not one I would have put money on.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Yes, I do think that we will probably get a handful of newer characters, especially with the Disney Plus stuff coming out. Eunice the Untouchable. Yes. 100% Eunice the Untouchable will have a model before Iceman, Dan. Great point. Eunice the Untouchable, by the way, what was he in? Was he in Runaways or something somewhat recently? He's a dude that, like, has a self-contained force field, and that's his whole deal.
Okay.
And just regularly gets his ass kicked by, like, low-level heroes.
Okay.
But on paper, and, like, in the 70s and 80s, he was, like, legit.
Yeah.
Maybe it was, I think when we did our reading of New Mutants
Yeah.
prior to the movie coming out, I think Eunice the Untouchable was somehow involved in that. But, anywho, I would like to see all the Young Avengers.
Okay.
Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye show, I would like to see her. And with her, I obviously want Wiccan, Hulkling, maybe an Iron Lad or a Stature. But I say those ones all the time. I think the Runaways would be cool. And Nico Myring,
Yeah.
an Old Lace, no Gert, just skip over Gert.
Okay.
But
So, I have a wish list because I just finished the series.
ooh,
I think I finished the series, and it ended up being absurdly good for me,
okay.
and I really liked it. And you're gonna think I'm joking, but I have exactly how I want it to work.
All right, let's hear it.
Hit Monkey. Now, what I want is two threat characters. Hit Monkey, and now his name escapes me, but essentially the ghost that follows Hit Monkey.
Okay.
That they are soulbound to.
Yeah.
That he has to be within a certain range. If he comes out of that range, the ghost automatically teleports next to him, and he cannot interact with anything. Like, he can't interact with objectives. He cannot attack or be attacked. He cannot be thrown, anything like that. He's essentially a marker.
Yeah.
But when he's near Hit Monkey within a certain range, so like if he's not within range 5, he has to jump to within range 5. If he is within range 3, Hit Monkey gets like essentially Daredevil like gets to count blanks as blocks.
All right.
He gets bonuses for hitting, things like that. He gets bonuses if he's outnumbered by opponents. So, like, if he's squaring up against other characters. And the idea being that the ghost is just telling him, hey, over here, over there, over there. Like,
Yeah.
I loved the series. The Hulu
Ignore
series?
stealth because the ghost points
Yes.
things out.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. And then
Yeah.
just give him range 3 pistols anyway.
Yeah, no, that's real good.
Yeah.
So speaking of, and with Dan bringing up Eunice the Untouchable, and now that we have magic, or are going to be having magic, the other New Mutants, Cannonball, Wolfsbane,
Devil Bear.
Karma. Yeah, Devil Bear would be rad as hell.
Demon Bear?
Demon Bear.
Yeah. That'd be so dope.
And maybe even, why can't I remember his name? Solar Flare. Sunspot. There we go.
I really hope we never get a cannonball because I already have to deal with Bub constantly.
Yeah.
I
You
have
don't
to
want to
hear
deal with the blasting jokes all
yeah,
the
the
time?
blasting just constantly. Like I won't come back till May for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's nearly invulnerable while he's blasting.
It's true. Anything else, Tim?
No, that's it.
That's it for me. It's it for you.
Mhm.
Monday.
Me and you.
Me and you.
Ugly Christmas sweaters.
Ugly Christmas sweaters. What are you thinking of running? What
Ooh,
affiliation?
great question. I would like to do. I don't know. How confident do I feel that I will be able to complete more convocation before Monday?
Not confident.
Okay, so I'm not going to be running the convocation.
Right.
So I'm going to run a really kind of wacky list.
Yeah, you're really busy this weekend, just FYI.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh,
So you're not going to be able to get to the table to
That's-
get a lot done for yourself.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
Your work's being a real dick.
Here's what I'm going to run.
Yeah.
I'm going to run an 18-point list that is Hulk, She-Hulk, and Doctor Strange with a gem.
Okay. So we're playing 18 threat.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
Uh-huh.
I would say go Trinity. I've been telling you to do Trinity
What
forever.
is Trinity again?
Thor, Hulkman, Iron Buster, Captain America.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
How many points is that?
That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Maybe
15
15
right there. So you can run Trinity and then run something else. Like,
Okay.
You need bring Cyclops. He feels like he should be there.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do either of those. Yeah, I love using Hulkbuster too. So like,
Right.
it's so fun to play.
Yeah, and I want to try to go up against it.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I'll do that.
Sweet. Okay.
So that was what again? It was Captain. So it's an Avengers list
It's an Avengers list.
where I can choose one of two leaders.
Yep.
So it's Hulkbuster, Captain America, Thor, and Cyclops. So that'll
Right.
be 19 threat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good to me.
Yes, 19 threat. Yep, that's math.
Yeah.
All right. I would love to play Midnight Suns, but I'm not going to get those done anytime. They're still sitting in certain.
I finished mine a while ago. If you would like to use
Yeah.
the Blade or Moon Knight that I painted.
No, I feel like I'd be cheating on my own models.
That's fair.
If I
Yeah,
played
it
with
just
other
won't
people's.
feel like they're ones
Yeah.
you painted.
Yeah.
You know, that's fair. I get
Yep.
that. If you change your mind,
Yeah, I'll
you
think
could just
about
pretend like you painted the model.
I also kind of want to run an X-Men Blue list again with Cable in it, just to try it, just to see how it is. Almost kind of run Cable, Lockjaw, like that list that I had ran before I was no longer allowed to play anymore.
Yeah.
But substituting out like a bunch of characters to put in
Yeah.
like Cable, and at 19 threat I could probably do some interesting work with it,
Okay.
because I like the idea of just slingshotting Cable and Wolverine now.
Yeah.
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 So that could be fun.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, sounds good. Well, that'll be Monday at
7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
twitch.tv/Professional Casual Network.
There it is.
Make sure to give us a follow over on the Facebook. Like, love, comment.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? I'm going to remember to maybe give away a Domain of the Dread Dormommy.
There's a possibility because I'll be there to remind him.
Yep, kit. So comment and subscribe and stuff below, and I'll pick someone out of the comments. And I'll pick someone on Monday as well to win one, and Chuck will be there to remind me.
I'll be there. Anything else?
Yeah, sounds work now on the stream from.
Oh, hell yeah.
So if
Go.
you want to play some John Cena music or some Baby Shark, you know,
I only want John Cena music played.
fair.
Yeah.
Or I have one that's a ooh, like when we get a bad roll that people can play.
Hot.
You know, the old.
Did you
whipper.
record them all yourself? Is it you going, doo, 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 doo?
Shh, it's not, but
Okay.
it should have been.
It's you doing the poly? I would I'd love that. With that being said, true believers, thank you for joining us. Till next time. Bye.